We are live. Welcome to the Midnight Hour with Hobbs Horror, Half Cheetah Review, Jennifer Tochi, and our special guest, Undeadnightmare24, Leon.
Leon.
Thanks for having me on the
How's
show.
everybody
It's an
doing
honor.
tonight? Not a problem. It's an honor to have you, buddy.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Everybody say hello to the cast that we have tonight.
That's right.
We mix it up now. We have a lot of different people on. We try to bring you guys great guests. So that's what we're here to do. So all right, so we're going to be talking about exploitation films tonight, and I feel like we have one of the experts with us, with Leon. He's been doing reviews for exploitation films since I was a kid. I'm just kidding, not that long, but he's been doing them for a while. And so, Leon, what would you like to recommend here before? Well, let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's just not even wait. What do you recommend? What particular ones are some of your top 10, you would say?
My top 10, I'd have to go with, of course, the Death Wish franchise, Charles Bronson. Some of my favorite revenge films. Miss 45 is another one. I got a Thriller, A Cruel Picture. Let's go with some blaxploitation. I'd probably go with Shaft or Black Caesar.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else could I recommend here? If you want to go cheesy, I got like Robo War, and that's like a rip off between RoboCop and Predator. What else could Savage Streets with Linda Blair, one of my all-time favorites.
One of the greatest Linda Blair movies made, I think, in my opinion.
I agree. Let's see what else I got here. I got a list. I Spit on Your Grave, of course.
Yeah.
Assault on Precinct 13, and Eye of the Tiger with Gary Busey.
Oh,
I was going to ask you about that. I've been dying to get that movie. What is that? Was that good? I mean, was that pretty? I mean, was it out there?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites, and it has the Eye of the Tiger song, of course, the title. But it's a great revenge story, and it hits you real hard because it's an attack on his family, and he's pretty much a guy that just got out of prison. He's trying to go right, and then there's this biker gang that's just corrupting the town, and they pretty much they take it out on him and his family, and it goes with that payback story.
What's up, Amanda? What's up, Rick? Larry D? Welcome, everybody. I mean, I think Gary Busey's movies are great. I do. I like a lot of them. Like I said, I met him one time at a convention, and we were both. I was hammered. I don't know if he was, but it was awkward.
I sort of
an
look
awkward moment.
Yeah, but you got to look at Gary Busey's career though in two ways. You got to look at him before the accident and after the accident. Because if you look at his work before the accident, it's so much. It basically he didn't have brain damage, so his work is so much stronger before the accident. After the accident, he's pretty much been used as a punching bag. They put him all these little weird little. If you look at his career, he has not really done anything because he can't. I mean, he still can work, but there's no way in hell you're going to have him come and do a dramatic role again. He can't do it. He could do that oddball comedy. He could do the cameo or whatnot. But the work he did, like in La Bamba or was it La Bamba or well, you know what I'm talking about. Where Gary, what was it? Richie Valens. What show was he in the movie The Rock and Roller? Was it Richie Valens or Big Bopper or whatever it was? The one that he got really famous for. He did that. He did Under Siege. He did a Point Break. I mean, he did all really good roles where you can see his range. But after the accident, man, it just really affected him. I really don't count the work that he does after the accident really meaningful, Unless someone's got a movie that they could recommend that I look at that he carried it because I haven't seen it.
Rick would like to make a shout out to Leon. He wants to say, by the sound of his voice and movie choices, I thought Leon was 12. LOL, Rick.
Hey, Rick,
That's
got the lighter voice, but
But you tell me you got skills, Leon.
Yeah, there you go. Skills, man.
Leon has, in my opinion, I've said this consistently. Leon, I think, has the most underrated channel on fucking YouTube. I do. Has great reviews, fantastic collection, and that's one of the reasons why we wanted to like also press to get that 400 because, dude, we love your channel. We
Yeah.
talk about your channel a lot in the chat. We really do.
Wow.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and thank you guys.
Yeah, that
Not
was a
that you
lot of
couldn't
fun.
get the 400 by yourself, but we were determined that day, and I wasn't even there, but I'm claiming I was
Yeah.
there, and I was for like 8 seconds. But yeah, these two did it actually. I was
Yeah,
working my
Jennifer.
ass off like I always do. But Black Gun, Cheetah, and Tochi, they were there for most of it. What's up, John?
Yeah, I think I was there for all of it, and Jennifer was there for like 90% of it. So, and we pushed really hard. We had a small army, as we usually do, rush on in and help us
Thank
out.
you, Larry.
It was amazing. So yeah, we were glad to do it, and I see you're up to like 412, 414 now, Leon. So it's still going up. I'm glad to see that.
It's all thanks to you guys. I couldn't have done it without you guys, like I said. I wouldn't be here.
It was a lot of fun, let me tell you. And very like Josh says, man, you're very worthy of it. That's the thing. I mean, you're worthy. I mean, your channel has some killer reviews.
This collection updates too. This collection updates are insane. I gotta ask you, and you don't have to tell me the price. You don't have to tell me the price. I'm on a mad hunt for the box set. You know what I'm talking about too. You know I'm on the hunt for it. I've got to find that Halloween box set. I can't touch it for under $600, man.
You know who just got one, don't you? Ben Cadaver Club just got one.
That's a holy grail of the horror collection.
It was. I was getting nervous watching you open it, Leon. I was like, damn, I hope it's in great condition. I hope it looks good and stuff. And
yeah, I had a few.
Do you have any leads?
I went by a seller that was selling it for a pretty good price, a good deal. I couldn't pass it, but I couldn't even believe it. And it still had the plastic on it. And I was like, wow, that goes
it
for
still had the plastic on it, man. I'm still waiting for Beth from Red Run Records to sell me hers, but I think she's going to sell it to David's Horror.
Okay.
Rick, do you have a copy for me? So that's a couple that he likes to watch. What do you guys like to watch as far as exploitation films? And what are some of your favorites, Jen and Cheetah?
Well, I've actually done a few on my blog. I really didn't realize it until actually they were done, but I've done a few. I've done Superfly with Ron O'Neill, which is the absolute classic. I did one called Melinda with Calvin Lockhart, and that movie is of note because it was also Jim Kelly's film debut. A lot of people don't know that. That was Jim Kelly's first film. I got one movie called The 4th of July. That movie is bonkers. That's on ISC. That movie is absolutely insane. Wow. I mean, there's a ton. I have a ton of it. Across 110th Street. I just got that. I got was like Goes to Harlem. I just scored that. So I mean, I've gotten more than I realized of that.
Wow, man, you might be.
I got I had the Andy Sedaris collection. Those are all exploitation movies.
I think people get confused as to what they are sometimes. You know, I get confused when I'm looking. I'm like, is this an exploitation film? Because the guy has blonde hair, is it an exploitation film? Wait, should I look into it a little further? Jen, your turn. Which ones do you like?
Okay, mine kind of go into sexploitation a little because hey, I grew up on USA Up All Night, you know. Like Barbarella reform schoolgirls, and then I consider The Warriors an exploitation movie, even though the guy has blonde hair in it, like you said. And
Okay.
and then like Truck Turner, I love.
Oh, Chuck Turner's awesome.
Yeah.
Very underrated.
And Foxy Brown. That's a good revenge movie. And of course, you can't go wrong with Disco Godfather. Those are
Kawaii
some of
Kawaii
my
Anime
favorites.
Girl. That's very true. There are so many subgenres of exploitation. You guys throw out some of your favorites in the chat. Let's see what type of crazy stuff you're into. I told you the Sinful Dwarf was one that I have. That movie was insane. He does kind of look like a Jack Black a little bit. If you guys actually get the movie, our buddy Derek over at Halloween Fiend PDX, he made a point. Him and I were on a stream once, and I guess someone made a plush doll of the Sinful Dwarf that you can get. It's actually on my Instagram. You can go see it, and he looks just like Jack Black. It's pretty funny. What's up, Chadrick? The Bunny Game.
I mean, is it safe to say, Leon, that the exploitation films basically, I mean, there are some from the 50s, of course, but as the exploitation as we known it, is it safe to say it got started in the 60s with the biker films? Like Hell's Angels, all the Hell's Angels movies, maybe I wouldn't say Easy Rider was an exploitation film, but I guess maybe it was. I mean, it isn't now. We look at it now, realize what it was, but back then, I mean, exploitation is what a lower end B movies would have. I guess is what it's been described. But I think the biker movies probably got the first jump on the genre, because there was a ton of those.
Yeah, I would say that definitely. It even goes to the newer films, like you have like Hal Ride, and it has Dennis Hopper for homage to Easy Rider, and then you
Easy
have
Rider.
what else? Al Adamson. I don't know if you guys have seen his films, but he has a ton load of biker movies.
Yeah,
And,
Al
and
Adamson, he was huge. He was huge.
they're pretty vicious, and they're very B movie like too. And you have some crazy stuff in there in those films.
I guess one series I would throw back on as far as like a first series goes, like a franchise series, would probably be like Billy Jack, right? I mean, he started off in the early 70s.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great example right there.
What did you think of that series, Leon? Do you have that one?
I don't have that one, but I've heard of it, but I'm not, I'm still digging into. There's a lot of films I haven't seen in the genre, but I'm slowly building, and it started with the newer ones for me, like, Death Proof with Kurt Russell, that double feature by Tarantino, and then I started looking at the classics afterwards.
Yeah, I will have to say that Death Proof, though I think Planet Terror was a better movie, I do think that Death Proof definitely had the more exploitation vibe to it, especially the way it ended. That Kurt Russell's getting his ass kicked, and then he finally hit him, and he starts falling dead, and the girls all jump, or they freeze it. That was very 70s, very 70s.
Yeah, they take him through a vicious ride there, as you can see, as he did to them. They get some payback in that film.
Hell yeah, they do. I mean, Zoe. You see, I don't know who tagged his ass worse, Rosario Dawson or Zoe Bell.
Yeah.
Aloha, Mark. Welcome. Larry D says Billy Jack was his favorite. There's also the Bunny Game, the book. Kawaii Anime Girl says the book. Have you guys heard of any of those? Flash Gordon?
Flash Gordon. Yeah.
Gordon.
Wow. Yeah, that's a sexploitation film. Came out like in 1974, I think it came out.
Flash Gordon?
I don't know who was in it though.
Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
Okay, I was talking about Flash, but hey,
no,
it out there with Flash Gordon.
It was like Barbarella. It's like a plan for Barbarella.
I haven't seen that one, but I've heard of it. It's probably the more sleazy type of film for that.
Yeah, Flesh Gordon.
Flesh-
Interesting.
There was a biker one made in the 60s called the Hellcats. Has anybody ever heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah, heard of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There was a movie in the 50s. I remember a lot of rockabilly people loved this movie. It was called Faster Pussycat Kill Kill with Tura Santana.
Master Pussycat Kill Kill.
No,
I'm adding that to the list.
Faster Pussycat Kill Kill.
Oh, Faster Pussycat Kill Kill.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna add that to my list under the Disney collection that I have going on as well.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
yeah.
Disney exploitation.
Well, if you did that, you just put the Mickey Mouse Club. That's might as well do that if you're gonna do Disney.
Yeah.
It's
74. Yeah.
I think the 50. I think that Faster Pussycat came out in the 50s. Flash Gordon came out in the 70s. A lot of those early exploitation films came out in the 60s and the 70s. The bikers got it going in the 60s. God, there's so many different biker movies out there.
Hey, nice. Chadrick watched his first Wild Eye film today. And what did you think of it, Chadrick? Oh, he really enjoyed it. It was House of Salem. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yeah,
Kawaii
Tim,
Kawaii Girl says, I spit on your grave.
Russ
Hey, what
Meyer.
up, Tim?
Yeah,
Hayes.
you're right. Faster Pussycat wasn't a biker movie. It definitely wasn't. It was more of a girl gang movie. But it was still, definitely falls in the realm of exploitation. Oh God, the first Wild Eye movie. Yeah, House of Salem's a great movie. That's the first movie I reviewed on my blog for Wild Eye.
Kawaii Kawaii Anime Girl says, I spit on your grave. I liked the original and I liked the remake. Everybody go connect to everybody in the chat as well and everybody in the stream. Kawaii Kawaii Anime Girl, Tim Hayes, Mark McEwen, Aloha, 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 Larry D. Everybody go connect. Just don't use the word subscribe.
In the
It
chat.
messes with the algorithms.
And you won't be able to keep your connection. If you connect with somebody or use the word subscribe in the chat, you will run the risk of having your subscription. They'll take it down. So you don't want to do that. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Now,
all right, continuing on.
Yeah, I mean, Leon mentioned the Charles Bronson movies. I mean, you got Death Wish. Gosh, Death Wish. I think Death Wish was what, 74 as well, right? 74, 75. That wish fulfillment. I mean, it was striking back against crime, because back in the early 70s, crime was really high. One thing people forget about, we had a ton back in the 70s. There was actually a ton of violent gangs and underground political groups that were doing bombs and whatnot. I think people were just fed up with the high crime. So Death Wish came out 74, Charles Bronson, and just seemed to strike a chord with people.
Shout out to Phil's Creepy Vids. If you're not connected to Phil's Creepy Vids or Larry D's Tanks and More or Kawaii Kawaii Anime Girl, please do yourself a favor and go connect those channels.
That you're right, Larry. Concrete Jungle was definitely considered exploitation at its time, for sure.
Well, that's a good prison movie. Concrete Jungle. I reviewed that on my channel.
Go check out Leon's list. Do you have a playlist of all yours, or do you now? I haven't checked your actual playlist, Leon, but I generally watch all your stuff. Do you have a playlist for your exploitation films?
I don't. It just goes in a random order, but
okay.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, I guess the bikers, like I said, the theme was probably the first, I guess, that really hit it. The Wild one with James Dean or Marlon Brando, that was in the 50s. That was that was really, really that I don't know if that even could qualify as exploitation now, because I mean you go back at it, it's pretty well acted, but it was
Everybody
considered
in the
horror.
panel says Phil says hello to all everybody in the panel.
Greetings, Phil.
Hello.
Greetings. We're talking about exploitation films and where they got their start. How many of you guys? I mean, I know we're all horror collectors and whatnot, but how many of you have some exploitation in your film in your collections? And that's the movie I was looking for, Larry. Thank you, Buddy Holly. So
That's it.
we're asking people to see what exploitation films do you have in your collections? Leon probably has a ton. I have a few. But what do you guys got in yours? And what do you like? What exploitation films do you like? Hobo with a Shotgun. Yes, Chadwick. Yep, that's a modern exploitation film, actually. Very, very. Roger Corman. Yep, king of exploitation right there.
That has one of the best decapitation scenes in a movie ever.
Oh, Hobo with the Shotgun.
Yeah. Involves a
Young
manhole
Valley of the
cover.
Dolls. Yep.
You guys ever seen Death Promise? Just got released by Vinegar Syndrome. It's kung fu and fighting landlords. It's just bonkers. I recommend that one.
Who's in it?
I'm not sure the actor's name, man. He's got a real strong New York accent, but I don't remember his name. But does a great job.
There was one of my favorites that came out. It was with Robert McGinty. Robert McGinty was a character actor, and oh my gosh, he was on a Baba Backstreet, but they came out with like a Death Wish wannabe called The Mutilator, and they actually got 2 movies out with him with it.
Wow.
I think the first one had Christopher George in it.
Nice.
And then the second one, I'm not sure who it was, but it was sort of like when the Death Wish movies came out, it added a sense of gravitas to it because they had a really serious actor with Charles Bronson, like it was Vincent Gardenia, who was pretty well respected. So it gave the movie a little bit more of a heft to it, just and then pure exploitation. But after that, what's the Death Wish where he's in New York? The one where they're him and the copper shooting everybody. I think that's 3 or 4.
It might be 3, part 3.
That movie is so fun.
I gotta revisit.
That movie's so funny. That just cracks me up. He's running around with that big old hand cannon.
That's part 3 for sure.
Oh my god, that made me laugh.
Yeah.
Then he's running around.
The Green Inferno. The Green Inferno.
Yeah. I guess I would think that's Eli Roth, right? So it's a mix because I know a lot of people consider Hostel 2 exploitation.
Mm-hmm.
I sort of saw that as even though a lot of people saw that as straight horror. It's a really good question.
Tim Hayes says the Velvet Vampire. That intrigues me already. That's Jin Tochi. That sounds like a Tochi movie. The Velvet Vampire.
Yes, it is.
Oh my.
That is a good movie.
Yep, and you have the sex exploitation movies. Like I said, the Andy Sedaris collection. Bullets, Bombs, and Babes. He did 12 of those movies. What else do we have? There's a lot of good ones.
Vigilante is one of the best. Robert Forster and Fred the Hammer Williamson. It's an awesome revenge film.
Actually, they're saying that Easy Rider was considered a biker movie.
It definitely was. It definitely was.
I would put it there. I'd put it there too.
Yeah.
So some of the movies from the 60s, as far as the biker gangs go, there was the Born Losers. I think that was the first Billy Jack movie, if I'm not mistaken. That came out in 1967. Hell's Angels on Wheels, Wild Rebels, Angels from Hell. Shit, what else they got?
Oh, Machine Gun Girl. Hell yeah. Definitely.
The Savage Seven.
See, the
William Smith.
Wild Rebels.
Yeah,
That's a
Wild
good one.
Rebel. Yep.
I'd put Cut and Run in there too.
Hell's Angels 69. There's Hell's Bells, all girl gang. And then it went into the 70s. The 70s was the heyday for biker movies for sure. I mean, there was just a completely, it was packed full of movies, and they're quick to make and quick to turn around and quick to, they would make these movies in a matter of weeks, and literally throw them on the screens.
Jen, you were talking about sexploitation. Did you have any particular sexploitation additional films you wanted to discuss? This isn't over 18. I mean, you can get crazy if you want to.
The first one that I saw was Barbarella. And oh my God, it freaked me out.
Barbarella.
With Jane Fonda in it.
Yeah.
The opening scene is her taking off her clothes in zero gravity in her spaceship.
That was definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah. And she basically goes from planet to planet and has sex with everybody.
What's up,
alien.
Kevin? Kevin from Death Central in the house.
Huh?
Kevin from Death Central.
So you had the I saw a few exploitation growing up because I was 70s, it's the 60s kid. I was born in the 60s, but I saw a lot of it in the 70s. That was like Crazy Larry, Dirty Mary. Now that was one of the first movies of the 70s that really surprised me, because back in the 70s, remember they have all those, remember in the 70s, they always, all the movies just ended on a really down note. All the 70s movies, there was no happy endings for a lot of those movies. I mean, you were just gonna be like Easy Rider, 69. You see, they all got killed. Crazy Larry, Dirty Mary. Again, you thought they were gonna get away with it, and next thing you know, they slam into the train, and the movie ends right there with them dying in the train, and the credits start rolling up. The car explodes, and kills all three of them in there. And it was just like, damn, that's sort of like shocking. Race with the Devil. That was another one with Peter Fonda. They were trying to escape a cult of devil worshippers, and you think they're gonna get away, and next thing you know, they're all being surrounded in a circle of fire, and they're doomed. It was just insanity back then. Electric Glide in Blue with Robert Blake, which was a really good movie. But at the very end, he gets shot off his bike, and he just dies in the middle of the road, and the credits start rolling up. I mean, people coming out from the movies from the 70s, coming from the theater, they were coming out there with a lot of happiness in their heart, because, I mean, it was sort of depressing seeing some of those movies.
Chadrick put a good question. Is Salo exploitation? For those of you that have seen that movie.
Which one?
Salo. Leon, have you seen Salo?
I haven't, but I've heard of it.
But yeah, I heard it's pretty bad.
I heard it's really degrading.
I heard.
Well, yeah.
I have never seen that.
I actually got a recommendation for that film, so.
Yeah, Larry, it really was. Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry. That was definitely one of the craziest movies I saw. Race with the Devil, yep. Devil Worship, yeah. That's true. There was a bunch of movies that came out right after, because that's what exploitation movie was. It basically did what we see like smaller studios like the Asylum does. They call them mockumentaries or mockbusters. basically they're just modern day exploitation. An exploitation movie would take someone would come out with one big movie, one big hit, and then everybody would just jump on the bandwagon and try to put out something similar to that line, really fast and really cheap. And that's where because they're exploiting the trend. They're exploiting it. They're going to take advantage of everybody really liking that one particular movie. So they're going to come out with other movies just like it to exploit the box office. Hence the term exploitation film. Yeah, they did a lot of devil movies. There was a Julia, Beyond the Door. After this is after The Exorcist, or after I would say, I don't know. I mean, you look at Rosemary's Baby, and you think, well, that was probably the tip of the spear as far as devil worship genre goes. But I think where that one just cracked open the door a little bit to it, The Exorcist just knocked it off the hinges. They're two different types of film, but The Exorcist is so much more. This is such a better movie. Terrifying. I mean, Rosemary's Baby is okay. I mean, for what it was at the time. I mean, I'll give credit to it because it had a lot of big stars in it. I mean, that's one thing I will say about the 70s is that a lot of, even in their exploitation movies, they used a lot of big stars for those movies. I mean, Charles Bronson was a big box office draw back then. What do you think? What do you think Bronson's heyday was in the 70s, Leon?
Oh yeah, I'd definitely say the 70s. That's where all his hits were, and I mean he had some 80s hits too, like 10 to Midnight, which is excellent, man. That's like a slasher, could be exploitation, and it also has like it gives me like Cobra vibes in a way because you got like a serial killer, but except he runs in the nude and stuff. So I don't know. That would be a little. It's different in ways, but similar, like I would say. But,
did you, Leon? Did you like the Serbian film? Did you get a chance to see that?
I haven't seen that yet. That's another one on my list.
I've seen parts of it.
How is it?
I couldn't get through it.
There was actually a movie made right by a town right next to me. It was from the 70s. It was a biker film called The Northfield Cemetery Massacre, and yeah, it was a town that I lived in for a couple of years, and they were going to do like a retrospective of it. But
ladies and gentlemen, the Degler reviews. Ian is in the house. Thanks for stopping by, Ian.
Hey, Ian.
Everybody
Thank you.
with the Degler.
Hey,
We know
Ian.
the Degler knows Leon and everybody in the chat.
We're just talking to exploitation films. We're in the biker mode right now, 70s mode. We're just talking about some of the old classics that, because I really think I think exploitation film for most of us, I think it really did set the table for us to like horror films. I remember watching exploitation films before I watched horror.
I cannot believe we have Leon on our stream tonight. It's like having a legendary superstar on the stream. We have Leon from Undead Nightmare on here, along with Jen Tochi. I just beside myself tonight, folks.
I think you show your face. Show us your face and show us how happy you are.
No, because when I do that, it's going to be like whenever a demon looks in the mirror, and like whenever Freddy's seen himself in the mirror and he dies. Like I don't want to do that. I'll do it next week. I promise.
Next week. You promise.
But John F. Dalton.
I believe somebody promised that last week.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jennifer. He promised last week too.
Leon the Legend. That's right, Ian. Leon the Legend. Guys, connect with Leon. Really, he really is one of the. And so is Ian. Ian's a very underrated channel too.
You're way overdue for coolness. Way overdue. There's other folks in here you guys can connect to too, like Agoraphobe. Hit him up if you haven't subscribed to him. Tim Hayes as well. Chadrick. Definitely connect with them. Support everybody. All right, so let's just move on. We've been talking about bikers, man. We got to talk about a little something else. We got to talk about something.
One other thing, real quick. Just make sure everybody knows that Tochi is now going to be with us every week for sure.
That's right.
And then, Leon, depending on how he likes his thing, we can talk about that later on. So we don't want to pressure nobody by coming on the show, but we know Tochi's made a commitment, so she's going to come on and give her banter every week with us. So that'll be fun.
Now
Trip
we have
with the teacher is the exploitation. Trip with the teacher exploitative, and I think I could count trick with the teacher. I've never heard of that in my life.
Trip with the teacher. I haven't heard that one. Though there were some ones that came out in the 80s. I mean, they took advantage of risky business. I mean, risky business came out, and then you had maybe not. Maybe it was private lessons first.
You think Risky Business is an exploitation film?
Well, not necessarily. It was, but it spawned. See, a lot of movies spawn exploitation. Like I don't think the Wild one was an exploitation movie, but it spawned. I don't think Easy Rider was an exploitation movie, but it spawned a lot of movies around that. That's what it was. I mean, if you made a real good movie, you got a lot of movies just like it.
Oh, indeed. Oh, indeed, Larry. I do have mods. Let me jump in, and I do have mods for sure. Go ahead, Cheetah. What were you saying?
Well, I know of all the exploitation genres, myself, I really like, because I've been discovering it more and more, is black exploitation. I mean, I really never really truly understood it until actually to my buddy, who's doing much better, by the way. My buddy Catfish and he started giving me an education about it. And so I got into it more and more. And I mean, I saw a few growing up. Like I saw Three the Hard Way. I saw Black Gun. I saw Truck Turner, Shaft. But I didn't see Superfly until like a couple of years ago. And I don't know how that happened, but it's true. I think part of the reason is that a lot of these exploitation movies have faded from the public's eye, is because you really don't see them very much. There's no more independent TV stations. So a lot of these movies that we're talking about now, you're not seeing them unless you're buying them from a boutique label, if you're lucky.
Hey, Larry, I made you a mod. I'm making a bunch of people some mods, okay? That way we can drop links, okay? So,
yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, great suggestion, Larry. I thought I did it, but I guess I didn't. So, continue on, folks. I'm going to make some mods, okay?
Yeah, that's a good one, Rick. Breaking Point. What was that? The movie that inspired, there's a lot of car movies too, like the Gumball Rally. I mean, you can actually look at the Smokey and the Bandit. It spawned, I would say the Gumball Rally inspired the Smokey and the Bandit.
Cannonball Run.
And it inspired the Cannonball Run too. You're right. So just those are all exploitation movies. Yep, there's a Cannibal Holocaust. There was a cannibal exploitation for a little bit, which walked those. There's all. Yeah, you're right. It walked the fine line between exploitation and horror. I guess Eli Roth is a lot of people consider him the master of that. I never even thought of a Hostel and Hostel 2 being exploitation at all. I always thought them as being straight horror films, but a lot of people consider them exploitation.
We got 15 in the chat. Keep it up.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think, Leon? I mean, let's talk about that for a minute. I mean, what is the difference between what's the difference between a horror and exploitation?
It's very little. I'd say that horror films, they have their own, I'd say, vibe to them, but they're similar in ways. If you think some exploitation films could actually be horror films too, because I've seen some where you have blaxploitation, like Sugar Hill, for example. That one's you have the blaxploitation feel in it, but then you have the zombies, the voodoo, the witchcraft, but then you have your kung fu. It's just all over the place.
Oh yeah, it always seemed like that. It did seem like there's a in the black exploitation films, there was a ton of kung fu in it. There was a professor, or urban professor, who did a commentary on Superfly, and he commented on that on the director's commentary. He commented about how a lot of the early 70s black exploitation films, kung fu was very important in all those movies. And good Lord, he wasn't kidding. There's a lot of it.
Wow, Tim Hayes throwing out some ones too. Go ahead, Jen.
There's a movie out there called Ebony, Ivory, and Jade. It's about 3 women that escape from prison together. And of course, one is black, one is Oriental, and the other one's white. And there is just tons of kung fu in that movie. That's a
Sugar
good one.
Cookies. What's Jen? I like your knowledge too. I didn't know you. These are movies I've never actually had a chance to see.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I said,
Tim Hayes throwing out some too, man. Tim Hayes is throwing out some exploitation goodness.
Oh, Kansas City Bomber with Raquel Welch. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. They used to show that one on TV once in a while. The Kansas City Bomber, that with Raquel Welch. She played a roller derby thing. But a lot of these movies that we're talking about now, a lot of the problem is that we're not really able to see them unless you're buying them off a boutique label.
Thank you, Larry. Larry's putting all the links in the chat, guys. Thank you, Larry.
Wow, Larry is a machine. Thank you, sir. What do you think, Leon? I mean, do you think that I mean, I'm not sure how old you are, and I don't. I'm just saying. Did you grow up? Did you were you able to watch TV and see these movies on TV when you were growing up? I mean, where did you get your love for the genre? Where did you learn to love exploitation movies?
Probably in my teenage years, I used to sneak away and watch, like you say, USA Up All Night.
Yes.
I'd watch.
Yes.
Now,
I go to.
now were you watching the movies? But were you watching the movies, or were you really watching Rhonda Shear?
I was watching Rhonda Shear, but then the movie.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
I know that's right.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Watching Gilbert Godfrey, and then
every Friday, it's like every Friday, going like, what are you watching? What are you watching tonight? Oh, I'm watching USA Up All Night. Oh, I know what you're watching. All right.
No.
All night.
That's right. That's right.
I don't think that I mean, I would have to go back to look at it. I guess I would have to go back to it, but I don't think they showed a whole lot of the 70s exploitation though in Up All Night. I could be wrong about that. I seem to remember them showing more 80s horror.
Friday was the more sexy movies. Saturday was horror.
So
I used to get away with it. I would record them the way no one could see me watch them because I was too young, and I would still record them on VHS and watch them whenever nobody was around the next day.
I also stole my uncle's VHS tapes on the down low, so that was another way.
Slumber Party Massacre. Ian wants to know if the Degler wants to know if the Slumber Party Massacre was exploitation.
If there was a movie, exploitation, from what I understand, it was there was one main movie. There was one movie. It's sort of like today when we watch Asylum. Asylum would, when they come out with a big blockbuster, and then they rush out there and they make that mockbuster and they throw it out there. But because they're the only ones that really do that, we don't really see it as exploitation. But back in the 60s and 70s, whenever there was a one big hot movie, then all these studios and all these producers would jump all over it, and they would produce like 10, 15, 20 movies that were like a biker movie. So I guess that's the question would be was there a movie before it that you could think that could have I guess, spawn it. Like Savage Streets. Savage Streets came out. There was a ton of women in prison movies. There was a White Mama, Black Mama that had I believe Pam Grier and Phyllis Davis in it.
Yeah.
That spawned a lot of prison movies. Linda Blair.
Reform School Girls.
How many movies? How many exploitation movies? Because that's what happened to Linda Blair, right? How many movies did? How many exploitation movies do you think Linda Blair did, Leon? After she started doing those, because she went from being a screen queen to basically to become an exploitation queen.
Yeah, there was quite a few, and another one that comes, it had another Savage title in it, Savage Island. It's like a B movie with her like trapped on an island, something like that. But she did do several. She got more into that genre, but I couldn't tell you the amount she did, but there's quite a few.
I know she did Hobbs, why are you hiding Gore?
I'm not. I'm trying to make him a moderator, and I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Looking for Mr. Goodbar.
I'm making Gore into a phantom. He's now a ghost. We're looking for Mr. Goodbar. Wow, I don't know.
Hello?
Speaking of Mr. Goodbar, look who just showed up to the party.
Hey.
What's up?
I was tired. I got home at 1:30 this morning and I had to go straight to work. And so I went to Tampa Bay Screams yesterday. So, but I'm back.
Did you end up sleeping with all your movies last week?
Yes.
On your bed still?
Yeah, I picked them up and I covered my whole body with them. What's kind of funny, how I was, we were talking about Fang Boner. I met one of the actresses they're actually doing a Fang Boner too.
Joe will be very happy to hear that.
Rick Gore says Richard Gere's first movie.
I believe, yeah.
Hey, Gore, I'm going to make you a moderator, okay? Because you come here quite often and appreciate you. Okay. All right. I'm almost finished. Okay. So we're talking exploitation, Steven. What do you know about exploitation, my friend?
Speaking of Fang Boner.
Yeah.
Came in at the right time.
Are movies about boners exploitation movies?
Boners and fangs, yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
Sharks and boners, no.
Yep.
Sometimes you get a little crazy, Leon. You have to just bear with us.
No, that's fine. No
What's
problem.
up, Horror with Hobbs? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, if you go back, you're right, Tim. It was with Margaret Markov. Also had Sid Haig in it, and what's really impressive is Jonathan Demme, who ended up winning, I believe, an Oscar for didn't he win what did he direct? He directed Silence of the Lambs. He ended up doing he actually wrote White Mama, Black Mama. So there you go. It's an interesting concept, you know. It's an interesting genre. Of exploitation films. A lot of people cut their teeth on there. Cut their teeth on those movies. But Roger Corman definitely would be considered the king of exploitation films. I mean, that guy would literally put movies on the screen within a month.
Everybody connect with Horror with Haas, Goraphobe, Steven, Undeadnightmare24, Steven, The Horror Freak 85, Jin Tochi, have Cheetah with you, and the old fella in the stream, HobbsHorror, the Pumpkin King.
Wow.
Lambs, yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, this just a tremendous amount. And Sid Haig, I mean, God Almighty, he was in every single one of those exploitation movies. A biker gang, car ring gang, black exploitation, horror. I mean, Sid Haig, he was everywhere. Um, yeah, for sure. I don't know. Wow, bad lieutenant. That's a good question. I mean, that's an interesting concept. I don't think I saw a whole lot of movies along that line, but I mean, I guess you
That's
could
a
call
crazy movie.
Huh?
Bad Lieutenant's a crazy movie.
It
It
is.
could be considered in that.
Would it be exploitation?
I have it towards crime drama, but
Yeah,
me
it's probably
too.
crime drama.
Yeah, that's how it would happen. Because remember, exploitation meant a lot of movies along that line, not just one or two. That doesn't make it's not a. So, like wow.
What
Yeah,
about
thank you,
clown
Clyde.
exploitation, folks? Did we talk about clown exploitation? I'm sorry, Leon. Go ahead.
Wow, clown exploitation. There's a ton of that now, Hobbs. I mean, actually, I would say that's actually probably one of the newer genres I would think would be out there, if you think about it. I mean, clowns weren't really huge for a long time, and they just all of a sudden just suddenly blew up. So yeah, but I don't know if it's. I mean, I don't know if it's. Well, I guess why not? Because I mean, you had the cannibal films. I mean, after Cannibal Holocaust came out and whatnot. I mean, you had suddenly a ton of people started to do those movies.
I
Manson
think Ian's asking you guys, which Bad Lieutenant are you referring to, Leon?
Harvey Keitel.
Harvey Keitel, yeah. Definitely Keitel.
There's not a lot of there's not a lot of cannibal movies I can think of. I mean, there's not a lot. There are some. I mean, I think generally because of their because of their subject matter, they instantly get a lot of press and a lot of attention. But overall, there's not a whole lot of it.
Microwave Massacre.
Oh my God, that's true. Microwave Massacre. I never even thought about that. Have you guys all seen that? Patrick, have you even heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
No.
Jen, talk about it.
It's funny.
Tochi did a review on it on the channel.
Huh?
It's a woman that locks her husband up in a microwave and heats him up. She makes him into a crispy critter, I would say.
I thought it was the other way around, that he was eating her.
I can't remember.
I was like, no, I think you got it backwards, and he had the dead bodies.
Yeah, that's right. It was his wife that was annoying the shit out of him. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and then he started eating people. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've seen that one too, Steven, huh?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
Now,
so you
there's
do watch other stuff other than Wild Eye. That's
what you watch it. I have to finish watching the. I'm gonna have to finish replaying your interview with Danielle Donahue. But I noticed that you put Bigfoot versus Zombie on the bottom left-hand corner of your little picture there. I'm like, it's like maybe if I don't put it, maybe if they don't look down there, they won't see it.
Christian Hobby Blog. Welcome, Christian Hobby Blog.
Were you able to watch?
You mean the picture with all her movies around it?
All her movies. I noticed you put Bigfoot versus Zombie on the bottom left, out of sight, out of mind.
Actually, I didn't even make that though. Miss Boom did. So she made the thumbname for that, and then I had advertised that. Is that what you're talking about? All the movies?
You must have told her. You must have told her like bury Bigfoot versus Zombie.
Hey, that's a great question. Ian just put out that People Under the Stairs is a cannibal movie. What do you guys think?
Well, that's a
yes.
I would say
yeah.
Steven?
I remember one. There's one, Leon. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and we'll laugh about this. But after Bruce Lee died, right? Bruce Lee died. how many movies did they come out with Bruce Lee? Like the Ghost
Oh
of
my
Bruce
God.
Lee. I mean, do you remember all those Bruce Lee movies came
it-
out? I mean,
It was countless.
oh, that was a true exploitation genre right there. They
It
came
was
out with so many different Bruce Lee movies.
it's called Bruce exploitation or something like Bruce exploitation films.
I
Yeah.
can tell you who not
Yeah.
to ask right now. That would be Quentin Tarantino, right?
Yeah.
It didn't have feet on it, so it's not Tarantino.
Yeah, they had so many different yeah. The good old Bruce exploitation. Oh my God, they had a ton of movies come out with Bruce on there. Good Lord. You had the one I remember. Ones I remember was Exit the Dragon, Enter the Tiger. Let's see, Bruce Lee fights back from the grave.
Yeah.
New Fist of Fury. New Fist of Fury. Enter the Game of Death.
Yeah.
Holy shit, they had a ton of those movies.
Yeah,
Bruce
yeah.
Fist, Vengeance.
Yeah, Dynamo also. I don't know if you heard of that one. Dynamo has his actual funeral in the film. Like you see him in the coffin and everything. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, damn.
How do those guys live to? I just can't imagine how those guys actually. They must have left Hong Kong as soon as they released that movie because they would have been hung up by their toes. Wow, that's amazing. I guess that that was there's just so many of those movies that came out, and then slowly Hong Kong started releasing their own stars. Jackie Chan, Sumo Hung, they started coming out. But I remember those Bruce Lee movies. They used to have a whole week of Bruce Lee. It's a Bruce Lee week, and there was all these movies. They rolled out 5 movies with Bruce Lee not to be seen in them, except in the title.
And it wasn't even Bruce Lee; it was Bruce Lie.
Yeah,
no
kidding. It should have been Lying Bruce Lee.
Yeah, or something like.
Let's see. We had what other exploitation? Spaghetti westerns were really huge. I remember that. I mean, you got to think about that. That was like Clint Eastwood came out, and after Clint Eastwood came out with the Man with No Name, all of a sudden it just flooded the market. We started seeing tons of spaghetti westerns. Sartana, Django. That's right. Quentin Tarantino ripped that off too. Django way before Quentin Tarantino. And then you had the Trinity films, which Trinity is like one of my favorite series. You can't go wrong with the Trinity series.
Larry D said Motel Hell.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It takes all kinds of fritters.
Yeah. So I mean, so when you watch some of these movies that came out, I mean, have sent a lot of these movies just came out and gave actors a lot of work. Lee Van Cleef was in there. I mean, just a ton of people. John Philip Law, he developed his star there by doing spaghetti westerns. The Bruce exploitation movies were really bad.
What'd you say, Tochi?
Bruce Dern started making the spaghetti westerns. He made a career out of that.
See who? I think the people that really benefited from that probably were
LeVar Burton did some, I think.
God, you're in love affair with LeVar Burton. It's scary. One of these days, when's he gonna actually make a movie?
Chadwick once watched a whole movie looking for Debbie Rochon, only to find she wrote the story. Her poster was on the girl's wall, though. Debbie Rochon. Debbie Rochon will be on the Horror Freak 85's channel.
August 7th, yes. First Saturday.
Other exploitations genres that happen, or
Kawhi says The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. That movie is fantastic.
It is. and it just spawned so many others. It spawned so many others. The giallo genre, the Italian giallo, that started out um, from the '60s. Um, the Girl Who Knew Too Much, which was Mario Brava.
The town that was painted red.
Oh,
Huh.
was it? There was that High Plains Drifters was that. That's a great one. That's a cross between a spaghetti western and a horror film. High Plains Drifters.
What about Any Which Way But Loose with the monkey in it? Is that considered a?
That would be considered a biker film. I think that would be
I was,
more.
I was about to ask that if it was a biker film or not.
Yeah, it would be biker film. It would be. It would fall into that.
He exploited the monkey.
Yeah.
What about
the owner did.
Count?
The owner did that. The owner actually killed the monkey. He actually killed Clyde. Clyde was killed by his owner. He was beaten to death. Left hook. Yeah.
So he literally spanked the monkey then, huh?
Yeah. He. Yeah. Well, I mean, Clint Eastwood. I mean, what would you say would be the best? What would you think would be the best Clint Eastwood movie?
He'll be back. Does El Topo count as a spaghetti western?
I don't see why not.
A Fistful of Dollars.
Yep, that's yep.
I like that one.
Now, what about Muppets? There's different genres of Muppet films. Does it mean they have their own exploitation?
No, you know what? I don't know. I mean, there was people who probably try to do Muppets, but you know what? It'd be very hard to do Muppets because of the they protected the rights of them.
I mean, look at Gonzo. He's an alien, right? Some people think he's an anteater. So,
I mean, you could do puppet movies. There's generally there was a lot of those. I mean, you had Magic with Cliff Robertson. You had there was a few back in the day that because of the trilogy of terror. The trilogy.
Kevin, thank you.
The trilogy of terror came out, and everybody remembers the one with Karen Black, and there was a lot of creepy doll movies that came out right after that.
Yeah, the little voodoo dolls or whatever that came life.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as the Clint Eastwood movies, the westerns that he's done, I would sit there and say my favorite one that he did was High Plains Drifter. That movie was really good, and they had a really good score to it. Really creepy.
I've never seen that one.
Oh, it's a trip. It's a trip.
Wow.
I keep hearing about this movie, Play Misty for Me. I keep hearing about that.
That's more of a crime drama, though. That's not really. That's not exploitation. That's more of just crime. That's how I saw that. Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry. Yeah.
I think Dirty Harry started a lot of exploitation films. We got a lot of those cops. I guess. Well, wait a minute, Leon. Didn't Dirty Harry come out before Death Wish?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I think so. Yeah. I would say yeah.
I mean, because Clint Eastwood was killing everybody, so it was sort of like like I said, it was sparked a. They had the pulse of the they were feeling the pulse of America at the time, which is why I think Death Wish was such a big hit, because people really felt powerless, about getting justice in the early 70s. So they had a lot of those wish fulfillment type movies.
The vigilante films, pretty much.
Right. Vigilante films.
Yeah, those are
Eraserhead and David Lynch.
You had, of course, Charles Bronson was probably the leader of the vigilante film. Well, if you, like Hobbs said, I mean, what 10 movies do you think in your own personal collection that you really like the best? I mean, if you had to introduce somebody, maybe not your favorite necessarily, but which 10 movies would you introduce people to as far as exploitation?
I have to go through and look. I'm still waking up, to be honest.
Are
I'm
you
still
asking
out of
all
the
of us, or are you asking Leon?
I was just asking Leon because
Oh, okay. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
I thought you were
Oh,
asking
That's in
Kevin.
general.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Gosh.
like if I didn't know shit about exploitation,
Yeah.
what yeah.
I go with the revenge films. I'd go with like Death Wish, Miss 45, Thriller, A Cruel Picture. I Spit on Your Grave. I have them listed here. Let's see. I'd go with also Mad Foxes, Switchblade Sisters.
Switchblade.
The Exterminator's excellent. Part 2 is even better to me.
Was that the Exterminator? Was that the one with Robert McGinty? Maybe that's the one I was thinking about. The Exterminator.
Yeah, Robert Ginty in that one. Blast Fighter, Rambo First Blood ripoff. And let's see, I think
You gotta have a Bruce Lee exploitation in there too.
Dynamo.
Dynamo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheesy fun.
Yeah, I definitely would have to go with for me. My first one would probably be Superfly. Then probably 3 the Hard Way. Probably after that it would definitely be Billy Jack movies for sure. I mean, because that was just so much craziness there.
Kawhi says we're putting Leon on the spot.
Hell yeah, the guy knows he knows a lot more than we do. Well, you guys know a lot about Giallo. You know a lot about Giallo, so I mean, like I'm still trying to catch up with that. I mean, I've heard of some of these names, but I'm trying to catch up. Like You'll Die at Midnight, Nothing Underneath, Madhouse. I mean, I'm still trying to learn these, as far as to get them for the collection. There's so many out there. Like how do I know that what's good or not? Deep Red, Strip Nude for Your Killer. I mean, those are all Giallo movies, but there's so many of them. You want to be able to, and like I said, because a lot of these movies are not seen anymore, you can't watch them anymore. Like a lot of these, like who was it talking about? My friend Brian, he did a podcast about blind buying. It's like, how do you know what to buy? Like all these boutique labels are having all these flash sales. Let's say you have $100 of mad money to spend. So what do you buy? I mean, you want to be informed, but you really truly just want to go out there and buy the first 5 movies you see. You want to be able to know a little bit about what you're buying. And the thing is, so a lot of these movies just don't get seen enough. You don't know what to buy, because before you actually go onto your TV and you could actually go on there and turn on a station and they have a Giallo movie or a spaghetti western or whatnot. But now they don't have those, and I don't really see a lot of these movies that we've been talking about. I could be wrong, and if the chat can tell me, then please do. But I don't see a lot of these movies. I don't see a lot of these movies that we're talking about are being streamed.
So is that the end of your list, Leon, or did you have a few more on the list, or?
That's pretty much it that I could think of. Okay, I got Devil's Express and White Fires. Yep. That's it. But
yeah,
I'd say with Giallo, start with Argento and Fulci. If you're starting with some Giallos, go that way, and then make your way down to the other Italian directors.
We can spin it back to Giallos too. What type of Giallos do you guys like? Jen, Steven, Cheetah?
I do have Deep Red, and I think Tenebrae is one of them too, right? I think
Tenebrae.
Awesome.
What else does I have in there?
Tochi, Tochi's going to be getting some Giallos. I know that. She's got some Giallos on the way at some point.
I've only watched 2. I hated one of them, and I liked the other.
What were they?
One was Don't Torture a Duckling.
Okay, it's full cheap.
And I almost broke my phone because I wanted to throw it across the room because I was so disturbed by it. And then is it the other one I watched? Something Red. What is it?
Oh,
Probably
probably
deep
Deep
red.
Yeah,
That's
Red.
yeah.
that's the one I liked.
I want to say that maybe it was the Severin or maybe Kino Lorber, one of the or Screen Factory. I guess they released a bird with the crystal plumage on a flash sale. I saw a lot of people saying they got that.
I thought Arrow had a sale on that one.
Oh, maybe it was Arrow had it then. Yeah, I saw a lot of people buying it. So I knew it was out. But again, it's like that's like the only chance that you get a chance to actually meet a lot of people are buying it. Like if I bought it myself, I would be buying it based on what you guys, based on what your opinion is. I've never seen it, and I don't think anybody else could actually say. I don't think there's any streaming services that I know of that are playing it. So you're basically going out on what other people are saying. You're going on a viewer recommendation more than actually getting a chance to watch it for yourself.
That's a top
I'll have to watch that
Argento.
one myself.
It's a top Argento Jello. I like it. It's very atmospheric.
It came out in 1970, and it started off a good run. The 70s had a really good run for Jello. The Devil Has Seven Faces, The Red-Headed Corpse. I mean, some of these I definitely have not seen or but I've heard of. A lot of actually I've heard more about the directors than I have the movies. The Two Faces of Fear.
You got to see Demons. Well, you got to see Demons 1 and 2, Pat.
I know. I got to get that. Is that on Arrow? Are they selling that now? I might do that. I can pull the trigger on that. Okay. I might do that. I was gonna say this for my unboxing, but anybody knows me already knows I went and got 2 more Criterion. I actually had to give a shout out to Ragman because I don't know why I didn't even think about this. So I literally had a brain fart. I bought my first 5 Criterion off the sale, and I was happy. That was all I was gonna get. And then I saw Ragman's haul video, and holy shit, that guy he just pulled out an outstanding haul. And then he pulled out one movie that I had been looking for. I had been talking about it. I had been, but for some reason I thought it was out of print. I didn't even think that I didn't think it'd be out for sale. I thought it was out of print. But then all of a sudden he pulled it across there. I got this, and so he pulled out. He got a copy of Antichrist. So I actually went and got my copy finally. I was like,
Let's Scare Jessica to Death is fantastic, Larry. If you guys have not seen Let's Scare Jessica to Death, that is an absolute must watch.
Yeah.
As well as Alice, Sweet Alice. I saw that earlier.
Death Race 2000. Yes, but what about Death Race 2050 though, Tim? That could be like like top notch. What did you think about that, Chadwick? The remake of Rabid by Jen and Sylvia. I have it. I saw the original one with Marilyn Chambers, the one that David Cronenberg did. Man, that's a depressing movie right there. That's a 70s movie, though, right? Like I mentioned before when we started this, the ending of the 70s movie was freaking depressing as hell. Yeah, I heard the original was better too.
American Mary was good though.
Which one? American
Mary's
Mary.
good.
Yeah, body horror.
Mhm.
Yeah, I heard that was really good. In the Skin with Antonio Banderas, I heard that's outstanding too. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You know what? I mean, I like Laura Vandersloot. I do. I think she's a good actress, but man, oh man, that's a really hard role. American Mary is really good. That's Catherine Isabel.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows Catherine Isabel. If you don't, you should.
And Ginger Snaps, she did that.
Right.
Indeed.
I saw her do a couple of WWE movies. She
was in See No Evil 2.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
Scuzz directed that one as well.
Daniel
Her
Harrison
boyfriend got snapped in half and Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Galaxy of Terror, Battle Beyond the Stars. Anything Roger Corman did is exploitation. That guy is the master of reusing props and stock footage and props. That guy is the master of it. Holy shit!
The horrible unreleased version of Fantastic Four he did.
Oh shit! The worst superhero movie ever. Well, until
Doom looked like Skeletor, and oh gosh, yeah.
Well, it was the worst superhero movie ever until the Justice League came out, and then
Yeah.
Mark of the Devil. Yeah, there's a lot of supernatural exploitations for sure. So I tell you what, chat. I tell you what. I want to carry this over to next week. So I want to I'm going to offer everybody here. Leave a comment down below. Leave a comment down below in the comment section as soon as the show is over with, and leave us your top 5 lists of your 5 favorite exploitation films. And the winner that the panel picks out of the list that comes out with the most original. And these are movies you've had to see. You've had to see them. You don't necessarily have to have them in your collection, but you have to watch them. So leave your top 5 in the comment section below. And next week the panel is going to come in and we're going to vote on who has the most original list, the most fun list, and then we're going to award a couple of prizes.
The Horror Man Joe is in the house.
Hey, Joe.
Everybody connect with the Joe, the Horror Man.
So we're going to.
If you don't know Joe, the Horror Man, get to know him.
Hi, Joe. So the top 5 exploitation films, it doesn't matter which genre it is. You pick your 5 best, drop them in the comment box below. The next week when we on the show, we're going to pick the best list, and we're going to award them a prize for it. And you don't know what the prize is going to be, but it'll be something fun. I guarantee it.
What's it going to be?
It'll be a pack of Fig Newtons.
and a LeVar Burton autographed donut. Wow. So what did you guys watch this week?
I watched the last part of the Fear Street that came out, the 1666 and 1994. They split it in the 2 parts. So it went back to 1994 as well. So it concluded.
Kawhi mentioned the 1980s Captain America was worse. It may have been worse, but I'll tell you what was Godhead, the 1970s Captain America. That movie changed my life.
It changed your life?
It did. Red Brown as Captain America coming out of a van with a clear shield. Superhero goodness right there, baby. And before you mock it, don't forget the second Captain America movie had Christopher Lee in it as a master assassin. Thank you.
Kawhi would like to dispute your statement there, Mr. Cheetah.
The Captain in the 80s was worse. Oh yeah, 80s Captain America was worse, but the 70s was rocking. I love the 70s Captain America was the best.
All right. So what did everybody watch this week? We'll go around the room. Let's start with Tochi. Then we'll go left to right. We'll go Tochi, Steven, and then we'll go with Cheetah last because we'll let everybody else have a chance. Go ahead, Tochi. What'd you watch this week?
I watched one of the movies on one of my multi packs for Joe and Jason's thing they do weekly, and it sucked. And I told everybody already. Okay.
Multi-pack madness. Well, I picked my 14th
Yeah.
movie and a blue chow.
Yes, you guys got to check that out. It's going to be on the Horror Man and Horrific Nightmares JM. It is called the Multi-Pack Madness, Maniac Madness. It is fun. Jen, continue. I'm so sorry.
And then I watched Overboard.
Multi-Pack Mania. That's the correct name. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jen.
Overboard. Silence of the Lambs. I brought to my mom's house so I could scare the hell out of her, and it did. So I enjoyed that. And then I watched a new movie called Glass with Samuel L. Jackson that I haven't finished yet, but I'm right in the middle of it.
Glass. Okay.
It's the trilogy of Unbreakable, Split, and Glass is the last one. They're all connected.
That's right. That's right. I heard about that. All right, Steven. We got Jen. Steven watched 100 movies probably this week. What did you watch, Steven?
Not really. I mostly, like I said, I watched the new Fear Street, the conclusion of that. I've been watching, which I heard it's, of course, it's been canceled after the third season, Manifest, but they do want to bring it back as a movie or at least complete it. So I stopped watching. I'm like, I don't even know if I want to finish it if they're going to leave it like that. But yeah, a lot of that. America's Got Talent, just some TV shows. That's pretty much it. I didn't really watch any movies this week, but I didn't do an unboxing yet. But Mike Hatfield, he sent me Come Play, so I need to watch that. Which actually, I got it right here. That one that came out recently.
Okay.
With the kids, so I gotta check this out. I'll definitely do that. So that's pretty much it. I haven't really watched too much this week. So a lot of Manifest, like I said.
Cool. Leon, what'd you watch this week, buddy?
I watched the Fear Street series, just like Steven there. I watched Quiet Place 2, and I watched Champagne and Bullets. And also I watched. I'm watching a samurai series called Sadoichi, and it's like a blind samurai series from Criterion. And me and Christian's hobby blog are actually doing a recording review on his channel for that. So you guys check it out. But that's pretty much all I watched this week.
Okay, Cheetah.
I watched the first season of The Commish.
What the hell's The Commish?
TV show.
Yeah, it was a TV show, and it's had Michael Chiklis in it. It was his first role.
Michael Chiklis?
Yeah.
Okay.
From The Shield. He played, and he also played Ben Grimm on the Fantastic Four movies.
Michael Chiklis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm hungry now.
And I watched the Danielle Harris interview with Tony Moran.
I heard that was a train wreck. What did you think about that?
I thought it was a train wreck too. I think Danielle. I think her heart was. I think her spirit was in the right place. I just truly don't think she understood just how badly this guy fucked up, and how unforgiving the fans were. So
I heard.
so she walked back from it. She did another video from her hotel room where she basically said that she was not on Team Tony, and she was, obviously the guy said a lot of things that he, basically she was trying to walk back what she did. She should have just left it alone. Was what I'm reading from a lot of what the fans were saying. They were
We're still 13 strong. Keep pulling them in, folks. Steven, what were you going to say about that? You had a response.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt there. I'm sorry. Yeah, I didn't really hear about it. At lunch today, I saw something. Someone was mentioning in a video saying how I didn't see the whole interview. I didn't know what all she said or something. She was sort of agreeing with them, and then she did back out about it or something. So I guess she was saying something about how Tony, like, he was apologizing, but he was apologizing for the wrong thing and repeating himself, and wasn't really making any sense. Not saying what he should be sorry for. And Danielle thought at first, that agree with him, and then she found, I guess she heard otherwise and did back up with you or something. I haven't watched it yet, but
Thank you, Gore, for coming by.
She's definitely walking back from it. That's for sure.
Welcome, Q. Q's reviews in the house. Q, Quentin.
Hey, Quentin.
Hey, Quentin.
What's going on, Quentin?
How's it going, Q?
Yeah. So that's generally what. That's the only two things I really watched this week. What about you, Hobbs? I know you probably watched a ton of stuff.
Well, my schedule. I work long days, so I really had a chance to catch up with everybody. I will be watching all reviews tonight and all your videos tonight, well up until about 7 a.m. tomorrow. I haven't really watched a whole lot other than my Wild Eye movie, which I can't remember what the hell I did for what did I do for my Wild Eye film? I can't remember. Which one did I do? Did anybody remember? I can't even remember. That's what happens when you're busy every day.
That tells you how good it was.
It's probably right. It's probably true. I really haven't had time to really watch anything, to be honest with you. Tonight I was organizing the collection because I'm trying to put everything together, all the Halloween films together, get them ready for, Halloween, which for me starts in August.
69 days.
Yeah, Halloween starts for August for me. So, I reviewed Like Animator. Yeah, that movie was awesome.
What?
Like Animator was
fact
great.
About Like Animator, I saw Kate Phoenix again this weekend, and we were talking, and she was like, doing that movie, it was horrible. She was, it was like cursed. People actually died in that place where they filmed, and she's like, it was moldy. They died. I got in a car accident, and she was like, it was like a cursed movie.
What like Animator?
Like Animator, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Hobbs. Well, look what happened to Hobbs. It fried his brain. He couldn't remember that he watched it.
It's true. That's what happens.
What did I watch?
I don't know.
I'm the Pumpkin King. What did I watch?
This is what he does. This is how he gets his jollies. He does one or two things: either make fun of the teams that I like in the NFL, or he'll make fun of my voice.
No,
he calls me Magoo sometimes too.
I don't call you Magoo. That's not even true. That's not even true.
Larry D finally watched The Monster Project. Great time. The Monster Project.
Yes, it's.
Just because I've called you Hobbsy a couple times.
Yeah, he's trying to sit there. I call him Magoo. I don't call him Magoo. We call somebody else Magoo.
Hobbsy is actually a nickname that I've had for a long time. A lot of people call me Hobbsy at work, and damn, we're 15 strong, everybody. What did everybody else in the chat watch? Put your list in the chat. What did you watch? And Leon's gonna take a break, I think. We're throwing a lot at Leon tonight. We're putting him on the spot. Look at his collection back there. Damn, all organized. It looks like he's got his collection labeled by distribution.
You know what, though? I can tell you right now, the movies Leon has behind him right there, I bet you it's safe to say those are probably all ISC Midnight titles.
Could be. It looks like some Arrow titles back there.
Probably some Arrow, yeah.
Yeah, probably one or two.
But what I was trying to do while we're waiting on him is basically I'm just trying to move everything around because I'm really running out of room. Trying to get some packages put together. Trying to figure out what Tochi doesn't have and watching her videos.
Send Tochi like an animator.
It's a good movie, dude. I don't know of anybody that didn't like it, but you.
Oh, you're not. You know what? That's not even true. That's you know what. That you got. You know what? Anybody who sit there and say they like animator is lying. That movie. How can anybody? Okay, who watched Ouija Mummy?
There's a huge difference between the two. Steven, you didn't like Animator?
There were a
No.
couple parts that were like, I mean, it's a short movie, and there were a couple like long, drawn out parts. But I mean, the ending. I mean, like I liked it. I mean, it's not my favorite, but it wasn't terrible.
Patrick, have you seen it?
I saw Ouija Mummy. It's all I need to see.
But have you seen Animator?
I got eye damage from watching that.
So here he is associating a movie that he didn't like.
I saw that.
The director
seriously,
made another movie that he didn't like.
How is Ouija Mummy going to be any different? Look, the only thing about Like an Animator is it had an awesome cover.
You can't associate a director based on each movie. A director might have a good movie and they might have a bad movie, Pat.
Well, when he has a good movie, let me know and I'll watch it.
This comes from a guy that watches soap operas and IFC drama films, okay?
That's right.
And takes videos of this cat attacking his feet.
That's right. Yeah, my video of the cheetah attacking my foot is more action packed than Ouija Mummy and Like Animator combined. Thank you.
Keep in mind, he has not seen Animator at all. He's thinking of a different movie. He's thinking of The Snarling. He still doesn't know which movie we're referring to.
I made it through 20 minutes of The Snarling. I made it through 20 minutes. That movie was bad too. That movie was bad. But I do have high hopes for Werewolf Island because that's located by my house. So I'm actually looking forward to that. I think that's going to be excellent.
He's trying to make sure that everything can live up to one of his favorite Wildlife films, which was The Amazing Bulk.
Even Steven doesn't have The Amazing Bulk yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
Thank you.
For those of you that are wondering, that is not an adult film. That is a Wildlife film.
Amazing Bulk, not The Amazing Bulge.
You say the sequel was The Amazing Bulge?
Man,
Larry
that
D says he
would
needs
be
to-
exploitation if it was a Amazing Bulge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be, Leon. You're right. Larry D says, I need Vampire Hunter D series.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I need to
I don't
get
have-
Human Centipede, man. I need
Yeah, we-
it.
Oh, speaking of Human Centipede, Hobbs, why don't you talk to him about what was on your channel today?
So there definitely was a review that was done by it was a surprise review by Casey over at Interweb Kaiju. We did a review for each other's channel, and he did the Human Centipede for me, which you're going to see a further review whenever Pat gets it in the mail.
I will review it.
Tochi has not seen it yet either.
I will send it on to her afterward.
The Human Centipede, let me just put it out there, is a great film. Do you agree, Leon?
I haven't seen that film, but I have it on my watch list. So
Interesting
lot of people
concept,
were-
but it's sick too, though.
A lot of people wanted to ask you about your collection in the background, Leon, while you were gone. We were trying to figure out, we were going to quiz you.
Oh,
Some people think it's IFC right behind you, and some people think it's Arrow. What is that? What distribution is that behind you that you have there? Is that your? Is
that's
that
the Arrow?
oh Arrow? Okay.
Yeah.
All
See,
Arrow?
Hobbs knows his shit.
I said it. I said
Yeah.
it. I agree.
Patrick just assumed that all you have is IFC films.
I got a good collection, but
Thank you,
I'm
Leon.
still not where Patrick's at. I got to catch up.
Yes. Ha. Have you seen like Animator yet, Leon?
I
From
have it.
Wild, from Wild Eye?
I gotta get some Wild Eye. I only have a little bit. Maybe
Hobbs,
like two.
Hobbs, why don't you send him like Animator?
Because I only have one copy.
I
Well,
can't
that's all
remember
right.
if I might have another one of that was in the box. I can't remember. I gotta check what those doubles were.
Oh, that's true. I did win a second copy on Steven's contest. I asked him for a trade.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Haven't you? Did you get your package yet from Steven?
I'm sorry, Steven. I'm sorry.
Did you get your package yet? Because I haven't yet, Hobbs. How about you?
Da, la, la, la. I'm the worst mailer.
Oh shit, I'm dead.
Are you guys talking gross, or is this just my dirty
No,
mic
no.
at work?
No. It's me and Hobbs actually won a contest, and we're giving Steven a hard time because we won it like 6 months ago. And
Oh, okay.
so it keeps on poking fun at him about what he's supposed to be sending it.
It's a Christmas present. I was waiting for
Bad
Christmas.
Steven.
What about
Bad
Halloween?
Steven.
Oh, now you're on the shit list with Jim Tochi. Yeah, maybe you can send out.
There's a debate in the chat about 1 and 2, Centipede 1 and 2, between a couple people. Kawhi. I did like the Human Centipede 2. I didn't think it was good as the first one.
Yeah, I guess the third one is treated as a comedy, Hobbs. The third one is actually treated like a comedy. It's not really considered. I guess they went the Evil Dead route in making the third one funny.
Kawhi says doesn't agree that it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable film, but it was a nice review. Thank you so much. It's an uncomfortable movie to watch. There are people that commented on the review saying they will never watch it, but nice review.
Okay, that happens.
Keep in mind, this was all surprise. I didn't know about this until about 7 a.m. this morning when I uploaded the video.
Yeah, I thought it was a good review.
It was definitely.
Yeah, I thought it was really well done. I like Casey the way how he does it. He's so analytical, you know.
He's great.
What's the hardest part about for people in the chat, since you guys all do reviews? What is the hardest thing about reviewing a movie is to you? What are a couple of things they have to have when you watch a movie? What are a couple of things that they have to have in order to make it to be a good movie?
Check out Kawhi's Elm Street ranking as well. Let me know what you guys think about those. Let's bring that up too, because Kawhi ranked the Elm Street films from 1 to finish. What do you guys like about those? And maybe you guys can talk about what the Cheetah Man just said.
Like what's your favorite really cheesy, I mean really ultra cheesy werewolf films? I know what my first one's gonna be.
Mine would be the Snarling. I did not like the Snarling at all. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I didn't like it either, Josh. I just thought I don't know what it was. It was it wanted to be funny and it wasn't funny, and it wanted to be scary and it wasn't scary, and then they're trying to force comedy into it. It just wasn't funny at all. It just was. I just didn't like it. It was just boring and not funny. I mean, I could handle it not being, with the low budget. If it was funny, if they would have played it strictly for laughs, I could have got that. Yeah. I thought the whole idea of the was repulsive. Oh, yeah.
That's okay, Larry. It's all right, buddy. And it's not one that everybody's going to enjoy,
Right. Howling Reborn. What about Bundy Reborn? I heard that's pretty bad werewolf movie.
The marsupials.
I didn't even know that. Who was the person that actually surprised us when they said there's 8 Howling movies? They had I think there was I guess there was on one of the reviews they mentioned it. Guess which movie has more?
That was me. That was on my trivia I used to do.
That was it with trivia. Holy shit! I could not believe they made 8 Howling movies. I was like, I had no idea. I thought they just made 3.
No, they did.
Yeah. I tell you what, while you guys are sitting up there talking about what makes your movies, how do you review your movies, and what do you look for to make a movie good? How about if I break out a little community bugle, Hobbs?
Ladies and gentlemen, Jen, are you ready with the music for the community bugle?
Okay. Do, 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 do.
That's gonna be it every single Sunday. That's it. Jennifer's got it down every Sunday. Hobbs, you're fired. One more time, Jennifer.
Do, 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 do.
Oh yeah, well, that's it.
We have to start off with a shout out to Catfish, by the way.
Yeah, we'll start with a shout out to Catfish. I can tell you update. You may not know my buddy Jerome. He just started getting into the community here a little bit, but he's been a horror fan all his life. He had a stroke last week and last Sunday, and I got to talk to him, and he is doing much better. He's gonna have to go to rehab. He's got some weakness on his left side, but there was no brain loss, and he's able to talk clearly, and he was not on ICU. He's not any danger. They're working on getting his blood pressure under control. I'm doing some house chores for him and whatnot, so we're all coming together, and hopefully he'll be released to the rehab center come Monday. So keep my buddy Romy in your prayers. I appreciate that. Community Bugle. Well, we just touched on the first one. We just touched upon, and that was the cross review by Hobbs and Casey. We mentioned Hobbs. Hobbs mentioned that Casey dropped the Human Centipede review on Hobbs' channel today, but Hobbs dropped the first one. He dropped a review of Mothra on Casey's page. So since Casey is known as a kaiju guy, Hobbs did the kaiju review, and Hobbs is horror. So Casey dropped the horror movie on Hobbs' channel. So they cross promoted it and cross reviewed and cross promoted it. It's really, really good. Both reviews are outstanding. The Night Watch Zone completed their trilogy of Fulci films, the Gates of Hell film, tonight with special guests, our own Goraphobe, who had to leave earlier. But yeah, man, Goraphobe was bringing the noise on all three reviews. They're talking about the retrospective of the Fulci films. Man, that guy knows his shit. Let me tell you definitely about Fulci. He was dropping some stuff I had not even heard of. Different bits of trivia about the movie and the filmmakers. Really good retrospective by Night Watch, who's actually getting very close to 400 subscriptions. Based on what we're seeing, those guys could actually be close to 1,000 by the end of the year. By the time of the end of the year, if everything continues to go well for them, they could be back up to their 1,000 by the end of the year. So keep sharing them out and keep supporting them. And like I said, really well done contribution by Goraphobe. Our friend Doomsday, aka John, he did his first con. He did the Kansas City Crypticon. He did live streams from it. What turned out to be turned out to be really, really good. He told me he had a hell of a time, had a blast. He told everybody he had a great time. He's actually talking about going to Florida to do another one. So super happy for him and his team. Really worked hard. And yeah, so that's and he's back home safely, I believe. Let's see. I mentioned the Danielle Harris and Tony Moran situation. I only mentioned that here because it was really fascinating to me is to see. I think she really said. I think she said it from her heart. She says she came down and like she never gets early for a convention. She always comes at least a half hour late. But she came down early, and there were people already around her table and lines and everything. And this Tony Moran didn't have anybody, so she thought that she would. I think she just thought she's going to help this guy out. I don't really think that she truly understood the scope of what he said or how he said it. I think she felt sorry for the guy, And so he went over there and she did a little, did an interview with him. And then the fans pushed back. They weren't having none of it. They weren't sitting there going like, okay, we're going to forgive him and all that other. No, they weren't having it. A lot of people who really do like Danielle were pushing back on it. She came up with a backup interview or a backup video saying how basically she didn't quite understand the depth of the fans' dislike of what he said and how he said it. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Our new friend Tiffany with T-shirts, who's
my foot got tangled.
Our friend Tiffany wears T-shirts, who's new to our community. She's been around, hanging around the last couple of times. She's been hanging around the 8 Questions with. It's a very nice young lady, and highly recommend her channel. She did some food challenges, which I'll investigate more and see if we could do it over here. I'm not entirely sure, but we still got to do our marshmallow challenge, and so we'll see about that too. I haven't given up on the marshmallow challenge. As far as
thanks up 20 thumbs up, 12 watching. Thank you guys. Keep it up.
Okay, what else do we got here? Michael Pilmer won Best I Love the 80s contest. That was a really fun contest. I watched it live. I gotta say that David and Sam were snake bit. Our own David's Horror. He had 21 entries into this damn contest. 21 entries into the contest. He didn't even finish. There were prizes for the first 2. He finished 5th.
And I had 1 entry and I didn't win. Damn it.
Yeah, actually, Hobbs, you did pretty damn well. You got pretty far into that contest. Actually, for a single entry, you did pretty good.
Far, man.
Yep, went pretty far. Let's see. Charles Cochran put up a new video on his channel. You guys should check out. He's showing off a little bit of his artwork. Pretty good, actually. I thought it was really well done. Welcome to Sean Urshan. No corner. Let's see. So he put a video of his art. If you guys got a chance to go over there and check that out, give him a thumbs up, leave a comment. That'd be awesome for you guys to do that. The Cinema Squad, who we talked about last month, they came back around for their second gathering, and they too talked about Fear Street, which seems to be really a big hit. The Fear Street is rarely everybody's really talking about it. Really, they seem to really like it. I haven't heard any negative news on it. I haven't heard anybody say anything bad. So that's hopefully Netflix will actually release it for home. I'm hoping that they will. I'm hoping that they'll give it a home release. So our own Brad Bronco Juggalo launched. I missed this last week, but he's launched a new contest for 1,200 subs on his channel. So he launched this contest, and he also announced that actress Lisa Wilcox from Nightmare on Elm Street will also be his special guest, I believe, in August on one-on-one with Bronco Juggalo. So I don't have the date for that yet. But once I do, I will definitely be sharing that out with you guys. Another YouTuber that's been coming around lately and joined our company, Spotless Calm, and she put out a beautiful video of this calming music. So after you get done listening to us rant and rave, you can go over to her channel and listen to some mellow tunes and sleep easy. Our own Steven, House of Horrors, along with co-host Miss Boomstick, had a great interview with Danielle Donahue, and they talked all things Bigfoot versus zombie.
Yeah, she stayed on the full 2 hours too. She was really nice. We had a good time, and she was even saying her other podcast was like just questions, and that was it. She was glad to be able to come on, so she'll probably be back. She couldn't talk about the project she's working on, so I might have her on again later. So.
Yeah, were you able to get all your answers about Bigfoot versus zombies answers, Steven? I know you're a big fan.
Well, she enjoyed being the scientist in it. She felt smart. So.
It wouldn't be very hard to be smart in that. Okay.
I watched that entire interview. I was at work till 1 a.m. I actually watched that entire interview while I was closing up shop.
Yeah, I'm gonna go listen to it tonight. For as I head to Sleepyland. I definitely wanted to hear it. He sounds like she was a lot of fun.
She
He
brought out
definitely
her
has.
cat too, and I was saying, "Oh, should have. Too bad you weren't there. Could have showed off Cheetah. They could have said hi to each other."
What's she name her? Did she name her cat Bigfoot?
No, Littlefoot.
I would not doubt that. And you also got Felicia Rose coming to the House of Horrors.
Yeah, she's gonna contact me back this week, and we'll get a official date. But yes, she is planning on coming on.
Okay, that's awesome. Congratulations to that. And as soon as we get a date, we will let you guys know in a future bugle. 8 questions with. We also had a great week too. Me and Hobbs, we interviewed Courtney Gaines this week, and thanks to you guys all who showed up and who've watched it since. We had a fantastic interview, and Mr. Gaines was rather impressed with our questions. He said it was a very fun interview, and he really appreciated our questions and from me and Hobbs and from the chat. So thank you guys very much. Of course, the interview with Hannah Fierman, those who were there, well, she had tech problems, so we could not do that interview, but we will be rescheduling it soon.
Can I jump in real quick on those two real quick, and then you can finish? Can I just add to that?
Sure.
So Courtney Gaines, if you guys really truly want to see my face is on that interview, and I dropped my tablet right as the interview started. It was so fucking embarrassing.
You did.
Well, I don't think anybody really noticed it. We were too busy being thankful that you showed your face. And
Yes.
yeah, so you did great,
And then
Hobbs.
the second interview with Hannah,
it was a lot of
it was
fun.
just like
Wasn't it?
watching the movie VHS. She creeped me out in the movie VHS, and like whenever the chat kept freezing, it was like VHS, like it was some scary shit, like the actual movie. It
Oh,
was
Hannah.
weird.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that something? Yeah. But she's a really nice lady. She's very, very sweet. But yeah, it did freeze like that, and because she does have she really does have those peepers. Those are her eyes. Yeah. And there are a couple of times where it froze, and she's looking at you with her big old eyes, and the only thing missing from it is her saying, "I like you." But she didn't get to say that during this, so I was like, I was bummed out.
There was a part where it froze for like 3 minutes, and you could see her just looking up, and her head was tilting.
Yeah.
And it was just like the fucking movie, man.
Oh, dude, it was I could. That's what I love about VHS. Her character in that is so iconic. I mean, as far as like top 10 like characters, like holy shit, I wouldn't want that coming into my bedroom. That she has to be on that list.
I wouldn't have a problem. I'm just kidding. Anyways, what I was gonna say is Courtney Gaines. I even asked him about "Can't Buy Me Love." I try not to go into the Children of the Corn stuff too much.
Mm-hmm.
But he was super fun to watch and interview, so go check that out. Anyways, I'm done. Continue with the bugle.
Okay. This week on 8 Questions with, we have we have three interviews this week. One's gonna be. I had to make an adjustment. We have Dees Muse coming in from Molly, directed to Molly. Then we have Michael Cassie coming in. Dees is going to be on Tuesday the 20th. Michael Cassie's on the 21st. He was the writer-director of Hunter's Moon, which is the ultimate rare movie in horror. Werewolves with a happy ending. That's going to be outstanding. We're going to talk to him. And then Christopher Moore was supposed to be on Thursday, but we had to bump him down to the following week because he wouldn't be back in town. He's still wrapping up Children of Sin. So we have a young actor from Australia coming in and taking his place. Sean Anthony Robinson. He'll be on Thursday night. And then next week next week on my channel, we'll be talking to John Oak Dalton, who wrote Amityville Island, A Girl in a Crawl Space, and other Mark Polonia gems. And he also is a advocate. No, he's a screenwriter. So we'll be talking to him about those movies. And he's also an advocate for small libraries, free small libraries. And we'll talk to him about that. And of course, Joe and Jason are launching Multi-Pack Mania. Both Joe and Jason have videos on their channels that explain how multi-pack mania will work, and you can get in on the fun and adventure with that. And then share your, if you do, we'll look for your reviews. That is the end of the Bugle. Jennifer, you want to play us out? That is epic. Thank you so much. All right,
A
Hobbs,
little
back to
side
you.
note to the John Oak Dalton interview. He's got a movie out right now that you can get at Walmart and on eBay. It's called Scarecrow County. Scarecrow County. It is
And
a
it has
scarecrow slasher with a scarecrow in it.
With the scarecrow. Wow.
Yes.
Yes, it has a real scarecrow in it, unlike American Scarecrow, who did not have a scarecrow.
Patrick's like his scarecrow movies to have scarecrows in them. He prefers that
Gotta have
versus the ones
scarecrow.
that just have crows in
Well,
them.
I like sharks in my shark movies, you know.
Well, wasn't there sharks in Apex Predator?
Yeah, swimming around Stockbridge. That was it. But no, okay, shark attacks. Let's put it that way.
What about Shark Exorcist?
I haven't watched that one yet.
I saw. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could talk about that for a minute too, because we saw Quentin did the Shark Week on his office channel, and a lot of people participated, and I saw that Ouija Shark was making the rounds again this week. I was glad to see that. We're all glad to see Ouija Shark.
Yeah.
So what do you guys got going on? Let's just go around the room. What's going on with your channels coming up this week, folks? We'll start with Leon and go around the room.
Well, I got a couple reviews coming out this week, and also I got a pretty much haul video, and then Thursday on my friend Christian Hobby Blog's channel, we'll be reviewing some samurai movies if you guys are into that. We talk about a few films there, like 3, 4, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay. Jen, what do you got coming up on the Jen Tochi channel?
I'm going to be doing multi-pack mania tomorrow. I'll probably be getting more boxes that I'm opening. Some that I ordered. And I'm also going to be doing these archives.
The goal is she wants to be at 10,000 movies by the end of the month.
Okay, 10,000 movies. Thank you for coming, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Back to the horror corner.
All right, Steven, what do you got coming on this week? Steven's got a lot on his plate. He's a busy man.
Yeah, well, one of them, I already showed you. I was going to do an unboxing of what Mike sent me, but I showed that. I did get something from Danielle Harris. I'll do an unboxing of that. And, of course, Saturday, I got Daniel Embry-Taylor coming on, who wrote, directed It's Just a Game from Wild Eye. And he was also in it. Father Thaddeus, he played. So he'll be on Saturday. And that's pretty much it. So I might have something coming in the mail too, but I'm not sure. So,
all right, and I'll go next, and then I'll let the Cheetah go because the Cheetah probably has a lot more than me. First off, I do want to say shout out to the Spices, Horror of Spice. I'm not for sure if they're going to be streaming with us or with Steven. Whenever they decide to get back into streaming, that'll be up to them, and they can make that choice. Until then, wish them well. Hope they're doing well. If you're watching, I don't know if they're watching or not, but hey, shout out to them. I'm also going to be doing the multi-pack mania because I just didn't have enough on my plate, and I feel like shit. Let's do it. So tomorrow I'll be doing multi-pack mania. I'll be doing Wild Eye Wednesday. I'll be doing 80s Archives on Thursday. I'll be doing the Midnight Hour on Sundays, and yeah. So that's what I've got going on, and I may be able to watch a couple movies in between that. So all the excitement, it's coming, folks. It's on its way. All right, Cheetah.
I will be rewatching The Devil's Doorway for next Sunday, ISC night. We're doing a retrospective on The Devil's Doorway with Cadaver Club and Coriander and Night from the Night Watch Zone. So we'll be doing that next Sunday at 7 p.m. on my channel. I will also be doing a review of Don't Kill It with Dolph Lundgren. And I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll surprise everybody and do a Wild Eye review.
Okay, I
That's
do
right,
have
Ben.
one.
Yeah, baby Ben. Yeah.
I do want to let everybody know in a little secret about tonight. Is that me?
I don't
I think
know.
it's you, Hobbs.
Hello?
Yeah, that's Hobbs. That's Hobbs.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Hobbs.
That's Hobbs.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I think I like Animator must have came over and bit him.
Oh, I didn't move anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's in the group right now, the Cheetah, this is a surprise tonight. I wasn't going to let anybody know this, but the Cheetah is only about 13 away from 300 subscribers. I don't have time to do an all-day marathon like he does for all of us. So if you guys would not mind going and giving a sub to the Cheetah, get him to 300, share it out, share the stream out. Let's get Cheetah to 300 because he's done that for all of us. Unfortunately, I don't have the ability to do an all-day stream. So if you have not connected to the Cheetah, have Cheetah with you, and you can handle him ribbing me about my sports teams and making fun of me because I like Animator, then go give him a sub. Ooh, I said the word sub. Connection.
Connect.
Connection.
Beep! Edit that out.
Beep. That's it. That's funny. That's funny. Thank you guys. Oh,
There he goes. He's cutting himself out because he said the S word.
yeah. No, I think because he said the like Animator word.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. The like Animator purge has begun. That's right, Ben. Man, I can't wait for next Sunday for sure. It's gonna be a lot of fun. One of the better
purge is
Wild
now
Eye movies.
commenced. The purge is
One
now
of the better
commenced.
ISC midnight movies.
Also, go connect with Kawaii Anime Girl. She's been in the entire stream tonight. Awesome. Thank you and Chadrick, everybody connect.
Thank you for the connection, Kawaii Girl, Anime Girl. I returned it, and thank you so much. And as soon as I end the show, I will go over there and leave a comment and watch a video. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be watching this week, and looking forward to next Sunday with Night Watch Zone and Cadaver Club teaming up once again to do another ISC movie, because we don't do enough of those here because we do too many A24 films.
Chadrick did an interview on a show called The Show with Jeffrey Hill this past week. Chadrick, that's pretty cool, buddy.
All right. Definitely need to see that. Hold on. Let me go over there and get it.
Anything going on in anybody's lives outside of horror you guys want to talk about? Anything exciting? Any accomplishments going on with you in your lives? Anything you want to talk about while we're talking about horror? Doesn't always have to be horror movies. It can be anything you want to. Did you get a new car? Is there a new love interest in your life? Did you meet the Roller Girls? Did you go up on stage with the Roller Girls? Tell us anything new in your life that's going on.
Yeah, did you spank
the Roller Girls?
Yeah.
I don't know
Did you get
what you
spanked by
guys.
the Roller Girls?
All the new stuff that's happening in your
I can
life.
use my hand again. So I
those of you
started
that-
putting up more Halloween decorations.
Hey, Tochi, can you show them which finger was broken?
Huh?
Can you tell them which finger was broken?
That's the most important one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I lost the means to communicate.
No, but actually, though, if you had to splint, wouldn't it just be up all the time? Like, no, I'm not. Go in the store, thank you, goodbye. Yeah, nothing too exciting here. Well, I mean, besides Tampa Bay, I've mostly been working and stuff. But I did Friday. I stopped before I saw my aunt and uncle, which I haven't been there in quite a while. So got to see them, which was nice. Her birthday is in 2 days, or the 19th, one day now, whatever. And then from there, I went to Tampa. This was the smallest. It was just one room in the Ramada Hotel. Like when they let us in, I thought there was going to be another room beside it. Nothing. That's all it was one room of like just a few people that were selling things. Dave Sheridan ended up going because Marilyn, I can't think of her last name. She was in the original Night of the Living Dead. She canceled, and Denise, whatever from Subspecies 2, 3, and 4, she canceled.
Denise, huh?
Yeah, she was supposed to be there. Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I wanted to talk to her too and try to get her on maybe, but she had canceled. So, but at least I got to see Felissa Rose, and she was happy to see me since I missed the last spooky and everything. And it sucks. She wanted me to hang out after. I was like, oh, I got my show. Otherwise, I would. I was so mad. I was like, if it was only another day. But when she was the busiest one, her and Dave were the busiest too. Then, like I said, I met the one girl who's going to be in Fang Boner 2. Kate Phoenix, of course. Kate Phoenix was there. And the other girl, she goes by Sushi. Kate and her, they're in that Naked Cannibal Campers. I ended up buying that movie and had them sign it, and the director was there for that.
Cannibal Campers?
Naked Cannibal Campers, something like that. Yeah, I gotta.
Did you show them your Fang Boner tattoo that you have?
I had mentioned it, and she's like, "Well," I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "That's like totally serendipitous." And what's funny, she hasn't even watched the first Fang Boner, and she's in the second one. They're gonna be filming that in December, she said. So, but yeah, anyone who has my Facebook, I got them all posted, some pictures there. And John,
I think Leon left. I think Leon left to go order his copy of Fang Boner.
And act now. I don't know if it'll be I just know it'll be in September. Brian, I can't think of his last name right now, but he was in Pumpkinhead, and he was in Society, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 5. He was like that mechanical puppet in Silent Night, Deadly Night 5. He said that he'll go ahead and come on in September. He's looking forward to that. He hasn't been on any podcasts yet, so he'll be coming on. So I got a few people, and Kate will be coming on later. So it was a good little connection con for me.
That's what's up. So those of you that are still left in the chat, because we're dwindling down a little bit, what would you guys like to? Let's do a little case study. What would you guys like to see more on the stream? Do you guys like reviews? Do you like talking about specific genres? If you're still in the chat, let us know.
I think they want to hear you talk about the Bengals.
He just can't stop. It's like he just cannot. It's just like it's like dealing with the kid, like when you're in the 5th grade and he keeps nagging at you, like he's going to tell you to the teacher.
Look,
like that's what the Cheetah does. He just keeps taking jabs at the Cincinnati Bengals.
Not really. I'm not taking any jabs. I actually sent you the beat reporter, his column, and you thought I was talking trash. I was like sending you information.
This is where he's wrong, because it says the Bengals are going to be number 30 out of 32 teams.
No, they're not.
So he's trying to sugarcoat it. That's what it says.
Really? Okay, that's news to me. I didn't read it. I just sent it to you. It was from the beat writer. It's football season. Ben, we're going to show you this, Ben. Because I don't think Ben knows this, that Hobbs has got the Human Centipede review on his channel. Casey reviewed the Human Centipede, and he dropped it on Hobbs' channel.
That's right. I got rickrolled with the centipede.
Yeah.
We should make a new thing out of that. We should, like, instead of rickroll, you could centipede somebody. Like, send somebody like that a copy of that movie, but like replace the cover with something else.
Put the cover of the James and the Giant Peach on it, because there was the centipede in it. So there's a centipede in it.
Dude. Steven, you're sadistic, man. Wow.
Yep.
Leon, what you got
Got
going
a
on this
lot
weekend?
cleaner mind than I do, man.
Oh, so you had another plan for a cover instead of that?
I would send a porno inside of it.
I think that happened to the Horror Man the other day. I think Brad sent him a movie, and it was supposed to be The Serpent and the Rainbow, and apparently it was a it was a filth film. It was a nasty. It was a dirty film. Dirty. So Leon, what's going on with you in your life, buddy? Anything you want to talk about? I mean, Leon, this is his second stream he's ever been in, and we're glad to have him. But he said he was having a little bit of nerves.
Yeah, definitely new to me, but yeah, I just got family things going on. I got my kids and my woman there. We're just doing family stuff, enjoying the summer before we get back to the real stuff there.
Does your wife watch your movies with you?
She likes horror films, but like the real disgusting films, she'll walk away from.
Yeah, don't watch a Serbian film in that house, please.
She's like, "You're on your own there," but
yeah. Do you ever have to hide some of the stuff that you get because there's like might be a cover that's inappropriate or anything like?
All the time, and then I got a TV in my movie room. I gotta lock up when I'm watching those because got my kids that'll come in there and be like, "Oh my god," I don't want to leave them in shock or something.
Yeah, they'll be looking for Frozen or something. They'll find the actual Frozen from.
It's the wrong Frozen, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
How come? Where's the princess at? How come she's sitting on a chair?
Hey,
100 feet over snow.
Your wife wasn't a fan of gutter balls, Leon?
No, she walked out on that one. A couple of other ones.
Have you guys seen gutter balls in the panel?
Yeah.
Jen, have you seen gutter balls?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should let Pat. I might send Pat that one, but I don't know if I can do it.
I don't know.
I'm already having a hard time sending him Cat Sick Blues.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that. I'm going to review that as soon as I get it. I will review that.
The Horror Man. The Horror Man talking to Leon.
Okay,
no, just one there, man. The Horror Man. That's it.
I'm sharing the trailer for this new horror movie coming out this year. Drop it inside the chat. So if you guys can handle this action, don't say I didn't warn you. This is extreme horror. Don't only watch this if you think you can handle it. If not, then don't watch it. I'm dropping that in the chat. I don't think Hobbs should watch that.
What is it? Let me guess. It's the Bengals preseason schedule, or?
No, not quite that mundane.
So what do you got going on, Cheetah? You just going to be kind of hanging out, taking care? Oh, by the way, I wanted to talk to you guys. Apparently, Dollar Tree is hooking it up. There's a lot of great uncorked films at Dollar Tree. A lot of slashers.
I got caught way behind on that. I got way caught behind on that. I thought that the sale was supposed to start next Friday, and then I'm watching everybody's videos coming out and whatnot, and then I'm going like, I realized that I was way behind. So I went to my store on Thursday, and of course I'm way late, and there's hardly anything there. I got a couple of things, but nothing really exciting. Yeah, I missed out on it, and from what I understand, it was a really, really good wave this time around. A lot of people were getting a lot of movies. Uncorked, yeah, that's what I heard too, Hobbs. I heard a lot of people were getting uncorked movies.
If you guys can find a movie called Pumpkins, I cannot believe that movie is there. That used to be out of print, going for $100. I got it for $20. No, I didn't get it for $20. It was part of a multi-deal that I got at Family Video for $5. It went out of print. It's called Pumpkins, and that's the one you were telling me about, Patrick.
Yeah. Did you have a copy of that?
Yes, I do. Yeah, but I mean, it used to go for sick money. Sick money. It's a great slasher.
Yeah, I was actually looking for that, but like I said, I got way late. I might have to go out tomorrow. So if I do, I'm definitely going to make a run to a couple of Dollar Tree stores to see if I can find it. But like I said, I'm so far behind, I probably won't.
Chadrick is making a new film, Construction Crews. Construction Crews. Patrick, do you have a cameo in that one?
No, don't have anything for. Though that could also probably be. I thought that was the name of the Bengals.
See?
You know they're all you know how they're always under construction.
Yeah. He's upset because we handed the Steelers that ass on the last couple weeks of the season.
Mhm.
All right. Anyways, back to business. So Tochi, what do you got going on this week with your son? Anything? You guys going out of town or anything? Or
Well, I'm making him take me to the dollar store tomorrow morning
yeah,
in my town.
I hear the Halloween decorations are coming soon, folks.
I spotted them. I just bought some pumpkins in my Dollar Tree.
I will be taking
My
many
son's
tours
going
this year.
away.
Where's he going?
He's going to Bozeman to watch Nellie.
Nellie?
Huh?
The Nellie, you said?
Nellie, the rapper.
Oh, not Nellie Olson from Little House on the Prairie?
No.
I was going to say, is he going to Mankato?
Oh,
He's going to go to Mankato with Mom and Pa?
no. Oh, but he's going to be staying at a campground for 5 days. So I'm feeling like free.
No, I did not. Did not ever watch Barnes Funeral Home. I have not watched Barnes Funeral Home yet.
Do me a favor, Jim. Next time when he's at the Nelly concert, do me a favor and ask him a question for me. Will you ask him this question?
Okay.
Say, hey, where the party at?
Okay.
How
many people were at the convention, Stephen?
Not that many. I mean, I wouldn't even really call it a convention. It was just like a room. I mean, I don't even think there was. I mean, throughout the day, I mean, I don't know if there was like a couple hundred, not even 100. I mean, it was small as heck. I've never seen such a small convention. It was just like I said, it was a small room that we were crowded in a little bit. Felissa had the longest line, her and Dave. That's pretty much it. And then that's it, really. I mean, there was no Q&A, nothing. It was just the signings. It was like they called it the Tampa Bay like scare, little swap meet, basically, is what it was. But yeah,
Wow.
The convention was in an elevator. Actually, is where everybody met at. It was inside of an elevator.
Yep, that's it.
Wow.
But I mean, it was the small. I was like, where am I? I've never been to anything like this before. So I guess it's their second one that they did. I mean, they might get bigger later. And I mean, Spooky. That's how Spooky Empire was, like really small at first, just like a little, meat swap, or sort of similar to that, I guess. And then they got bigger, so they might get bigger next year. But I mean, like I said, it was just, I was surprised. I was like, okay. I mean, there was not that many vendors, nothing. There was like, in the whole room, there was maybe 12 tables or 50. I mean, it was just, that's it. It was.
Wow. They, they got their ass beat too. I mean, they lost tons of money.
Patrick, did you ever watch Barnes Funeral Home?
No. I will have to go over there and watch Barnes Funeral Home. And I will have to give it a review. I will do that. Is it on your Facebook page or on your YouTube channel?
He said it's on his Facebook page.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go over there and check it out for sure. Yeah, as far as reviews go this week, I just got the one I scheduled so far, but I can go ahead and take a look at it for sure. I got to catch up with my watching. I really got to watch more stuff. I'm so far behind. It's not even funny. But the film room is looking better. I posted a couple of pictures on Instagram. You can see that there's more and more of it's coming upstairs and going inside the room. So I can tell you right now that that if I put everything from the basement to the room, there's no way it's gonna fit.
What about
No
from the
way.
window to the wall?
No, I'm gonna have to stack it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Yeah. There's no way. I have too much. I thought when I first cleared out the room, I thought, yeah, this would be all right, and I could go ahead and put it in there. But I already put in like 7 cases. I can already tell you right now that there's no way it's gonna fit.
There's no excuses. Do it. Quit talking about it. Do it.
I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I built shelves for it though. It would fit. I don't think it would.
Don't worry about it. Just put them on the floor. Just make sure
they're already on the floor. That's the thing, is they're already on the floor.
As long as you have a walkway to get in, that's all that matters. As long as your movies are displayed. If you need to make sure there's just enough room for you to walk. That's all.
I actually might just do I mean, it's going to be sloppy, but I might just do that. I might just, because everybody seems to want to see what I have in the boxes. What's in the box? Cat litter. I might go ahead and do that.
Box?
Yeah, cat litter. I might go ahead and just do like a casing. I'll just go over there and show people what's in the case. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anybody really wants to see that or not.
Just
but
dump them all out on the floor.
It seems like they
all
do.
on the floor.
Yeah, I'll throw them on the floor and just scatter them all over the floor. We'll just go in there and randomly pick.
You should make a snow angel out of your movie.
Ice. Make a snowman and burst out of it.
That's what I should do with my Wild Eye movies. Just lay back on them and do a Wild Eye Angel.
Yeah, why don't you interview the director of Like Animator and Ouija Mummy? Steven. Well, you should. Well, Sebastian's, isn't that guy's name Sebastian? You should interview him.
Johann Sebastian Bach.
I saw Sebastian Bach when he did Jesus Christ Superstar. I was in the third row there when they were in Orlando, and Carl Anderson, who was the original Judas, I had brought the DVD, had him sign, and like other people were having like the playbill sign, and I was wearing my Spider-Man shirt at the time, and Sebastian was like, "Awesome shirt, I love Spider-Man." It was an interesting show.
That's pretty cool. Spider-Man's the man.
No, he has man in the name, so yeah.
That's true.
Spider the Man, yeah.
I always like the Hobgoblin and the Green Goblin. Those are always fun characters to watch.
You like the pumpkin bombs, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Well, we're 2.5 hours in. How's everybody feeling? Is anybody getting tired?
Okay.
Still getting there. Just had to step off a little bit there with the kids, getting my kiddos there.
So did you like coming on, Leon? Did you have a good time so far?
I did. It's awesome. I'm still trying to get the hang of all this, but it's a damn good time for sure.
Oh yeah, man.
It'll get better, Leon. I mean, the more you do it, definitely the more you get more relaxed. I mean, yeah, you're doing great. I mean, you're having fun, and you're definitely showing off your knowledge. I mean, I really enjoyed the exploitation. I mean, it's something I don't hear about a lot here, and so it was good talking about it. I like to do like a ranking sometime.
We still got 3 hours to go, so I mean, we have plenty of time. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
There's only 73 more days till the spectacular starts, by the way. 73 more days till the spectacular.
Wow.
Yeah, I do want to give you guys a heads up. In October, it's going to be all Halloween. Costumes, parties. Every stream, I'm hoping everybody wears a costume. We're going to do a Rocky Horror watch-along maybe more than once. It's going to be great. You'll want to be around this group in October, I'm telling you. We're going to do giveaways.
Hobbs is going to do a one-man Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No, I can't do that.
Well,
I know which character you're going to be, though.
Me? Oh no! I'm going to be directing.
Rocket.
Hello.
The candy man.
Hello.
Yeah, if you guys go to my Facebook page, you can see the pictures of the film room. There's already seven containers up already.
Actually, Joe, I was thinking about having that idea. I was thinking about doing a midnight hour watch along, which is a movie called The Midnight Hour, where we watch the movie called The Midnight Hour on the Midnight Hour. It's one of the greatest Halloween movies ever. It's free on YouTube. We can all watch it together. Patrick will be right with you. He's picking his teeth. He'll be right back.
And
Wow.
there was a R.L. Stein show too, The Midnight Hour.
Now, this one's got LeVar Burton actually in it.
Of course.
It's really good.
So we're
going to do that in October. We're going to do that in Rocky Horror. Maybe the same week.
I'm going to see what LeVar Burton has done lately, and then I'm going to get that movie. Whatever he's done lately, I'm going to get it for you, Hobbs, and send it to you.
I think, wasn't he hosting Jeopardy earlier in the year or something? I think that's the most recent thing he did.
I swear. That guy better be doing Reading Rainbow or something.
Kwai says, tier listed, dude.
Wow.
Tier listed, dude. Cool.
Okay, where's LeVar Burton? He's got to be doing something fun.
But you don't have to take Cheetah's word for it. All right, guys. I think the chat's winding down a little bit here. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, I got to work tomorrow. I fell asleep at 7, woke up, saw your invite, and now I'm probably going to go back to bed again.
All right, Patrick, what do you think? Another, 4 minutes?
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, Kawhi, we do it big for the Halloween. I do a spectacular contest every year. I give away 2 prizes full of movies. We always celebrate Halloween in August. From August to October. Actually, from August to all the way into like the middle of November, we do Halloween. We do 31 Days of Horror, mostly around the community. We do different types of things for Halloween. If you like Halloween, you want to be around us in this community.
Did you take a bath today?
Well, it's funny. LeVar Burton actually did the Nancy Drew TV series where he played a character named Barkley.
Hi, Jen's son. There's Jen's son.
Somebody said hi, Jen's son.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you shaved your arms. What?
Yes, I shaved my arms.
Check your belly. Check your belly.
Hey, it's been a couple of years since I did it, or a few years, but I don't know if anyone remembers. There were a few people that did it, but it might be fun. I did the Halloween Hellbox swap where we like put in stuff. We just draw a name and pair people up and kind of do like a horror pack box or any of those like subscription boxes. Would anyone be interested in doing that?
Are you talking about like the Great Pumpkin Secret Santa?
Sure. Yeah. I hadn't done it in a while, but it's been a few years. But the Halloween Hellbox swap, I called it. So yeah.
Well, I already plan on sending out a ton of packages in October because I generally do.
Okay.
If you guys want to swap packages, we can do that.
So.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Like whatever you want to put in it, whether movies, whatever we feel like doing.
Candy
it doesn't have
corn.
to be anything huge, but yeah, it was fun to do.
Candy corn.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, everybody send Hobbs a 4K movie.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Kawhi. We kill it. Halloween is our time.
Yeah, let's not talk about that, Patrick.
Look at the horror man. He's asking if it'll take Steven 6 months to send them.
Oh, okay. I'll see how it is. All right. You'll get it next Halloween, 2022.
Oh my God, that's funny as hell.
It is, Chadrick. It's 12:30 where we're at here. I think where Leon's at 7:30 or 8. I think Jen's
actually 10:30.
Oh, okay.
10:30.
All right, guys. Well, I think it's 12:30, and if you guys are cool, I think we're gonna call it. And Leon, it was nice having you tonight. We'll talk about maybe future shows. You know, Jen, you're welcome in the show. She was part of the service. She's always part of the show.
She's a bugle player.
That's right.
Steven,
you're always welcome, buddy. You guys, thank you all for coming. Horror Man, have a great night. Everybody have a great night. Kawhi, thanks for stopping by. Do you guys have anything else to say before we sign off?
Next week on my channel, John Oak Dalton.
And Daniel Embry Taylor for me. So.
All right, Jen, you want to do the bugle before we go?
Do, 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 do.
Charge!
Peace.
Peace.